Hey everybody, it's Jen. Sorry I'm starting a couple minutes late. This storm has been pretty crazy. I know there's been a lot of fences down. I saw a tree through a house. I heard trees fell on cars. Power's out. There's just debris everywhere in the street. That was a really good storm last night. So praying that everyone is safe and warm and dry. And I want to talk about Zero to Diamond, Become a $1 Million Real Estate Agent. The author of this book, Ricky Carruth, called me today. I was on the phone with him for 20 minutes. And he's been in the real estate game for a while. I love this book. This is my business plan. I require all my team members to read this. Hi, Dinah. And I can't wait to read this to you. Ricky, I'll just read the back to you. And let me know if you actually follow Zero to Diamond and if you know his program. And if you don't, ZeroToDiamond.com. This guy's on fire, okay? Ricky Carruth is one of the most successful RE/MAX agents in the country. He did move to EXP. I believe he called me as a recruiting call it was a soft recruiting call to get me to go to EXP, and we'll talk about that. Totally awesome, right? A realtor since 2002, he has ridden the market through the highest of 2004 to the lowest of 2008, surviving every curveball pitched his way. Ricky finally moved his real estate license to RE/MAX in 2010, so you can see this is kind of an old book. By 2014, he had become a $1 million real estate agent and the #1 RE/MAX leader in the state of Alabama, awarded the Diamond Award, which is given to agents who exceed $1 million in gross commission in 1 year, which is my goal. Since then, his sales have only grown each year. In the book, Ricky offers you a simple, low-pressure approach in an easy-to-read format. Everyone who reads this book raves about the life lessons and techniques shared. Hi! Ricky has a passion for helping people, whether buying or selling property or succeeding in real estate. You will be amazed and profit from the information of his book. This guy, he puts my social media game to shame. That guy has a social media guy that follows him around with a camera. God bless me the day that happens to me, and an editor. He posts all the time. And on the phone, I was just kind of telling him about my story, and he's been doing real estate since 2004, and now he's a broker with EXP, and he just recruits agents. He has a huge following on social media. Timbuk East, I hate reading. Awesome. Huge following on social media. He is coaching people. He is making sure they succeed, and now he's recruiting. Not only is he recruiting in the United States, he has agents in Canada and in other countries all over the world where EXP is. He has stock. Ricky is going to be a billionaire. That's his goal. You're ready to get blocked, Timbuk, or what? Because I'll block you if you put some weird shit in my story here, okay? So we're talking about success. Okay, so how did Ricky Carruth meet his wife? Now, he does not post this on his social media, and I had to ask him. When Ricky first started, his wife was, okay, you're going to be blocked on my next live. His wife was an assistant to a real estate broker, and he was kind of starting off, so they worked long, hard hours, and they developed a friendship, which eventually turned into a marriage. Because it's you have these high producers who work all the time. How do they meet people? You're not at the bar, you're not at the club, you're in the office. So that's where he met his wife, and I didn't know because he doesn't post that. And she totally supports him. He just cannot wait to travel around the world giving talks and recruiting more people. He cannot wait. This coronavirus has been so hard on him, and I was like, you can do virtual talks, and he's like, it's not the same, I'm losing out on a whole audience. It is what it is, though, so He loves going and just giving talks and doing it all over the world. And what a great inspirational leader for the real estate game. Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna be reading your book today, and totally kind of like fangirling in the first 5 minutes, and he was like, this is like a lot. I was like, I'm reading your book on live, and I just love it, and like, this is my business plan, and I don't even think I told him like I want to do 100 deals a year, and like, I was like, I just want to be like Ricky, and he's like, yeah, okay, like it's like, you're a little bit too much, Jen. And I was like, I'm just being real, dude. So, yeah, I was like fangirling for a second. So super excited to read this. Zero to Diamond, Become a $1 Million Real Estate Agent. If you're in the real estate game and you've been doing it for a while, or you just got started, I really hope that you watch this and get inspired. Even if like one little bit of this book inspires you, like, it will just make me so happy. Just make me so happy for Carlin. Is that his wife? Oh, we don't know. I don't know her name. So, looks like there's 13 chapters. It's a really small book, so these lives, I don't know how long, but let's talk about the foreword. And like, I've even highlighted like the best parts of this book. As I look back over the last decade and a half of my real estate career, especially the last 3.5 years in which I consistently made over $50,000 every month and over 100 sales every year, God willing, I decided it was time to give back to the real estate community and unleash the basic principles that eventually molded me into the high successful agent that I have become. Real estate changed my life, and it will change yours as well. It gives you the opportunity to reach the sky and create the kind of life you want instead of a life controlled by the ever dreaded fixed paycheck. Nothing's wrong with a fixed paycheck. Real estate gives you choices and freedom that are rarely found today. In today's world, 90% of wealth is controlled by the top 3% of the population. You already know that. In real estate, it is said 80% of the transactions are handled by only the top percent of active agents. This is Pareto principle. This is law. Sounds lopsided, doesn't it? What separates the top end of success? How'd they get there? How do I get there? These are the questions the future top earners should start asking themselves. And believe me, I do. As with success in all aspects of life and business, it starts with your mind. It's all mental, baby. You have to have the vision and the action. Remember, we talked about this in the dream book. Watching your future self achieve the largest of goals in your mind years before actually achieving them. You have to see yourself in your mind winning, doing these deals, whatever you want in your whatever you want in your life. You got to see it, you got to feel it, you got to smell it. As with success in all aspects of life and business, it starts in your mind. It's mental. You have to have the vision and the action, watching your future self achieve the largest of goals in your mind years before actually achieving them, and then doing the daily actions that lead to these accomplishments. Those are the two main recipes for success: dreaming it and doing it, seeing it and doing it. You have to have a vision and a reason to be successful. Without that, you are just floating in the wind. For super achievers, it's a never-ending game of cat and mouse. A mouse is your new goal in life. Once caught, a new one emerges. Therefore, you are constantly trying new ideas and expanding your game to catch the next mouse. The same applies in real estate. Your first mouse or goal is just to close one. Dude, when you close one transaction, we were saying it like, it's like crack. Like, it's not cat and mouse. It's like crack and crack pipe. When's my next deal? What is it? What is it? Like, it's addicting. Your first transaction, like, oh my God. Once you achieve that, you create a new goal of closing your second transaction, then 1 transaction per month, then 2 per month, so on and so forth. Each time your goal changes, so will your attitude and motivation. Slowly, you are molding yourself into a highly successful real estate agent, one day and one goal at a time. One crack rock at a time. I see agents all the time that have everything it takes to be a top producer. They are motivated, hardworking, smart, personable, etc. I can see it in their eyes that they will make it. The problem is that even if an agent is 1 out of 5 who survives his first year in this business, send me your WhatsApp number, ma'am. Send me yours. Like, why are you asking me? Just show it, put it in my DMs. I'm reading here. It still takes years to gain the experience needed to understand what is behind consistent success in real estate. Regardless of how motivated you may be, understand that it will still take years of hard work and frustration before you reach the top. However, the top is worth every second it takes to get there. To complete the transformation from non-producer to top producer, you must stay motivated and continue upgrading your skills and goals every step of the way. I'll text you. Don't dismiss this as a cliche information. This is a way you must think to become a top producer. When I sat down to write this book, my goal was to make it as short and powerful as possible, and he did. I did not want to write a long, tedious book that takes weeks to read. I want my readers to be able to take my system and run with it quickly. You can. It's so good. We're just getting started, baby. Allison Corbett. We're just getting started. I'm not even in like the first chapter. When I sat down to write this book, my goal was to make it as short and powerful as possible. I do not want to write a long, tedious book who takes weeks to read. I want my readers to be able to take my system and run with it quickly. Time is money, and the quicker I can relay my message to you, the quicker you can use these principles to make more sales. They said that preparation is half the battle. Well, there is truth to that. Don't get stuck in the preparation process. Many agents spend their entire career trying to learn how to become a top producer, but never actually apply a fraction of what they learned. They never really get started. Reaching for higher education in your field is a key to continued growth, but you must understand where the fine line is between learning and taking action. When I first started selling real estate, I had no website, no business card, and no knowledge of how to sell property. I've been there. That did not stop me from getting on the phone with hundreds of potential customers and sending mail outs to future clients. Sure, I did eventually get a website and business card. The point is that I did not wait. I acted. Sometimes you need to know how to act. There are 2 forms of education. The education you can get from research and reading, which I'm really good at, and we're reading, and the kind you get from experience. Totally different education. It takes a combination of both to succeed, for sure. Education, experience, action. You can't ignore any one of these 3 elements any more than you can leave out a main ingredient in the cake recipe and still have a cake. I kind of have. Becoming $1 million agent is exactly the same as baking a cake. Follow the recipe. This is very important, and I want you to understand what this means. When you finish the book, you will have all the knowledge needed to become a top producing agent in your office and even in your entire market area. That's the goal. However, you may still lack experience. So you must take action. You can't touch your toe to the pool. You must dive in head first. Yes, you will make mistakes. Don't let fear of mistakes hold you back from being successful. I have made so many mistakes. I don't care. I'll fix them. Like, as soon as I make a mistake, I'm like, I'll fix it. Like, sorry, I didn't know. I'll fix it. The more experience you have, the more confidence will build and the less fear you will have. Learning from your mistakes is just as important, if not more important, than learning ways to become successful. Once you have knowledge and experience, then you'll be able to be on the right track to becoming $1 million producer. Like, $1 million in a year. 1 year. Can you make $1 million in a year? I encourage you to dive into the information you find in this book and go with it. Good luck, and let me know if I can help you. I still actively sell real estate and will never quit. It is what I was born to do. I also have a huge desire to help other real estate agents succeed. You can contact me via my website, www.zerotodiamond.com, where I also encourage you to take online courses. Zero to Diamond, become a real estate agent. The course includes the Zero to Diamond action plan and Zero to Diamond membership, which means I probably call you to answer any questions you may have. He did. And to help you develop a personalized business plan for achieving your real estate goals by joining his team. I look forward to hearing from you. I am on a personal mission to help as many real estate agents achieve success as I can. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Zero to Diamond. And he's also on Snapchat and Instagram. His social media game is bad. Like, so, oh my God. Like, I looked at him for social media inspiration. Ricky Carruth, he's on YouTube. Just type in Ricky Carruth. I'm always posting new content helping agents understand what it takes to succeed in business. This book is divided into 3 main sections. Number 1, the first section focuses on the mindset of a $1 million real estate agent. Number 2, the second section focuses on the actions of a $1 million real estate agent. And number 3, the third section focuses on how to maintain this high level of success for years to come. I felt it was best to break it down into 3 sections, my favorite number, with ideas grouped together in ways that will help you fully understand what I'm trying to convey. The information I share as a whole is not found in any other book or recited by any other speakers out here. I've gathered these principles over the last few decades of my career. Everything contained in this book came from either a lesson learned by failure or by huge success. There are all my failures and successes wrapped up for you to read and learn from. This book offers you a clear plan to become the highest producing agent in your office and even your entire market if you choose to use it. If not, that's okay, too. Not everyone wants to be the highest producer. However, if you take what I tell you and understand the principles shared, you could very well triple or quadruple your income over the next few years. I did. And if I could do it, I guarantee that you can as well. All it takes is a little dedication and hard work. So go to reading and enjoy. Thank you for your interest and support. Section 1. The philosophy of a top producing real estate agent. Number 1, set your sales. Real estate success might as well be an unattainable eighth wonder of the world, the way that some agents perceive it. The problem is that half the agents make it much harder than it could be, and the other half want to skip all the years of hard work and go straight to being a top producer in the first month. Are you focused on being an agent or perhaps being an investor like Grant Cardone? Investor? For sure. Like Grant Cardone. Yeah. What about you? What do you want, Allison? There's other things that I want to do. I don't share them, but I can't wait to show you. Neither misperception works. Sure, you may get a quick deal or two early in your career, and if it happens, then congratulations. However, don't let these deals go to your head. Don't think that you have mastered the real estate mountain and that it's all downhill from here. This business is as unforgiving as the weather of Mount Everest. It can slap you in the face and throw you back to the bottom in a heartbeat. It has a mind of its own and controls its own destiny. Beware. Another metaphor. Think of real estate as a sailboat lost at sea. It flows where the wind and current takes it. No destination, no journey. When you get your real estate license, you are now the captain of the sailboat. You are thrown in the middle of the sea with a sailboat that doesn't know which way it's going, nor its final destination. It is up to you to learn how to work the sails against the wind and steer the boat through the current to start heading in the right direction. In the beginning, it will take time to learn the process, to develop the habits of what to do and what not to do. And sometimes you will just start heading in the right direction just long enough to get the feeling of success, only to get thrown off course again and again. Until one day, after years and years of consistent hard work and lesson learned, it hits you. The sails are full. The rudder is working. You finally get it. And just like that, your sailboat starts heading into the right direction. The right direction can be different for each of us. It's up to you to decide which direction you want to sail. For me, the goal was to have consistent closings every single month. This is the greatest challenge for most agents. This should be a goal for any full-time agent. Typically, after several years in the business, most good agents do plenty of deals, but they come in waves. 1 month will yield plenty of closing, the next month, 0. Even very seasoned agents still have a hard time realizing the actual reason why some agents have closings consistently month after month. They can't figure out what the secret technique is that creates consistent sales. Look high and low, they search, read, and listen, trying to learn what to do and how to do it. The agents bark up every tree they can find. After running into brick wall after brick wall, they finally hit something that makes a little sense. Once they find success, they continue using the same technique over and over to find that it works. Now momentum is starting to move in their direction. Once momentum starts, you can't let it die. Momentum is the greatest force in real estate. You must learn how to use it to your advantage and never allow it to slow down. It's like pushing a truck. It's tough to get moving, but once it's moving, it's easy to keep it going. Unless you allow it to stop whereupon you must start all over again. Once the truck is moving at a good pace, it's time to change gears, to push a little harder and take it to another level. When the truck has reached top speed, the only thing that might slow you down is your personal stamina level. This is where health comes in huge. How bad do you want it? How long and hard will you push? Will you ever give up? For me, never. I have been pushing for almost 2 decades now and don't see an end in sight. Some agents don't have enough stamina to last in a day in this business, literally not one day. I have seen it time and time again. Do you have the stamina it takes to push momentum higher and higher for decades? That's what it takes. This is a real question you should ask yourself. Or are you looking for an easy path to success through a website or some magical huge deal that will make you rich? I will be very blunt about this. There is absolutely no easy path to success in real estate. There is only one path. It's an uphill path of hard, consistent, honest work, and I can sum up the secret to having closings every month into a single idea, philosophy, or lifestyle. Here it is. Boom. Consistent closings come from consistently creating and maintaining strong, long-lasting relationships with property owners who own property in the niche market you choose to sell in. This single sentence should be written down and posted where you can see it every day. This is what everything you do day in and day out should be focused around. Let's dissect it and lay it out, the details behind what it means. Look at the first part of the sentence. Consistent closings come from consistency. This is important because it stresses a principle. If you want something consistently, you must do the activities that produce the consistency. It's a chain reaction. If you do what creates closings every single day, then soon enough you will start having closings every month. Consistency is key. You can't complain about not having consistent closings if you're not doing the activities that produce closings on a consistent basis. This means you must work hard every day and focus on the activities that produce closings. The next part of the sentence says, creating and maintaining strong, long-lasting relationships. This is the activity that produces closings that you should be doing every day. Creating relationships with new clients and maintaining the relationship you created in the past is your most important job as an agent. Every single closing that has ever completed in the history of real estate has come from a relationship that an agent created and maintained. There is no way around this. Even if you write an offer, the first hour you meet a buyer, there is still a relationship you created and are now maintaining. Your entire business must focus around creating and maintaining long-lasting relationships. When I go to work in the morning, my job is relationships, not to do a transaction. Transactions are not the goal. Relationships are the goal. Transactions come and go, but relationships are forever. Think of a transaction as plucking a single apple from a tree. Think of a relationship as planting an apple tree, fertilizing it, and nurturing its growth. Are you planting trees or are you picking apples? A relationship will bring you 100 times more fruit than a transaction. Transactions are the byproduct of the relationships you have developed. The more relationships you have in place, the more transactions you will close. This is a real root of real estate success. Mastering the relationship part of their business and realizing how many relationships you must have in place to achieve your goal is the biggest secret that all agents want to know, and it's right in front of your noses. Real estate is that simple. Fill the pipeline, maintain the pipeline, then serve the pipeline. You got it. Nailed it. The last part of the sentence principle states, with property owners who own property in the niche market you want to sell in. This refers to exactly which group of people you want to target to absolutely dominate your market and become the highest producing agent in your area. Of course, you can create and maintain relationships with all kinds of people we already know, and I want you to follow these random relationships and see where they take you. However, if you want to completely take over your market and exceed your competition, you must work with the highest quality prospects in your market, property owners. So what makes property owners the highest quality prospect in the market? Answer: those are the prospects who produce the highest amount of commission in the least amount of time possible. Love your long, beautiful hair. Always beautiful, big kiss. Aw, be cute. Women's hair show their health. It's a mating thing. That's why guys like hair. And did you know that women's pheromones come out of the top of their head? Men's pheromones come from their chest. So I bet can you smell what do you think my hair smells like? You can smell it through, some people can smell it through the video. Highest amount of commission in the least amount of time possible. This is true for a variety of reasons. One reason, you don't spend as much time with them educating them on property ownership. You don't have to explain to them the responsibilities and costs of being an owner because they already own property. And therefore, they know firsthand all the pros and cons of ownership. When a first-time buyer, you must explain taxes, insurance, utilities, etc., as well as hundreds of other questions that your current owner will not ask. So with a property owner, you can cut the time spent educating. Also, property owners can become a buyer or a seller at any moment if they so choose, and usually both. This gives you two possibilities to pursue as opposed to just one. Putting yourself in the position to deal with prospects with more than just one option to create a deal is far more effective and productive than working with a prospect who can only complete one type of transaction. Top producer is great. My personal strategy would be finding ways to create multiple sources of income. Businesses that you don't have to be there all day. Something you can work as a passive income. That business works on autopilot, that you don't have to be there, like e-commerce. Oh, yes, that is great. Passive, and you want to see agents get everyone should have passive income. It's like, it should just like come when you're born. Like, oh yeah, you're born in this world. You also get like passive income. Like you can work, but you also get money for running businesses. Totally. Like that would be great if we just came into the world with that. Some people do. Oh, I like the apple versus apple tree analogy you nailed. Yeah, it's really amazing. Like, I like both. I can plant apples and pick apples. You can too. Well, you can all plant apple trees and pick apples. Do you agree? Take full advantage of this opportunity. Also, if the property owner decides they want to buy, they usually know when they want. This makes it easier to find a property for them versus a first-time buyer. You may spend days with you looking at various properties all over the county, unsure of what they're looking for. The bottom line is that strictly dealing with property owners as clients is the absolute most effective way to spend your time over all the prospects, period. So set your sails in the direction of your goal. Work hard every day to create and maintain more and more relationships with the right people. Learn from your mistakes and reach for the sky. You want to dominate our market and outpace the competition respectfully. He's a beast, dude. He's a beast. We all must work with each other. Be respectful and professional with the other agents in your marketplace. Yes. Consistently do the things other agents aren't willing to do. I think a lot of people say agents are lazy. I think they're exhausted. I think agents do so much, and you really need a team to help you in the real estate game because there's so much to do. And my team, like, I hired 2 people, and I'm like, oh my god, I hired 2 people. But it's like, whew, like, I'm tired. I don't know how old you are, but like hiring people to help you in your business is really good, and consistently do things that other agents aren't willing to do because like you have a team, so that way I have like a manpower of 3 right now. Like I'm gonna get exponentially more done than just like me. They're not tired, they just need help with doing things because agents just do a lot. It takes a lot to succeed in this business, and they don't really tell you that. And yeah, it's fun now, but like it's a hustle. This is a very fun hustle. Once you get to the point where you feel comfortable in your business, that's when it's time to turn up the heat and keep pushing that truck to the next higher gear. Don't lose momentum. Don't give yourself any reason to slow down. This energetic, upbeat attitude should be embraced for the long term. The number one question I asked him is how to avoid burnout. He says that he stops his day every day at 5 p.m. and he turns it off to be with his family. It's family time. Okay? This energetic, upbeat attitude should be embraced for the long term. Stay positive and keep moving forward with patience. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Should have been. Okay, that's chapter 1. These chapters are super short, and they're so good. I feel like that was like so much in that chapter. So, this is my new hair straightener. I'm gonna go try this out, and let's see how my hair looks after. I also got these really cute rainbow poopies. This is like, there's money in here. But look at all these really cute emojis. Isn't that cute? And then there's also one with like music. I don't know how to get the money out. I think I'm gonna have to cut it out. There's money in there. And then I also got some new jewelry in this really beautiful jewelry box. These are my new earrings. Let's see how they look. Gifts from God, I like to say. I love these earrings. These earrings are great. Okay, so we're going from squares to, I'm not sure what this is. Squares to, I'm not sure. Let's see how they look. Okay. I need a backing for this one. What do you guys think? Thanks for sharing. Sorry for short responses. I'm doing guitar work at the moment. Oh, cool. What kind of guitar work are you doing? Thank you for people that listen to me at night while you're doing your guitar work. Now we look New Yorker. It's very big. We'll try them. Very cool. So how was your guys' day? Was it a good day today? Okay, so let's try on this necklace. I'm not really sure what this shape is. If you ever want to show products, you always put your hand behind so it helps it focus better. That's your social media tip for the day. I think I'm going to go into social media coaching. I'm going to do a class Saturday mornings at 10 to 10:30, and you can just ask me any question about social media and your business that you want. I'm ready. Because people were asking me today, they're like, how many times do you post? And like, what do you post? And how long should the videos be? And I was like, I post every day. Sometimes I post pictures, sometimes I post like boomerangs, and sometimes I post long videos. It looks great on you, thanks. Check that out. Working on some tracks and guitar solos. Oh, cool. Wonder, what is your song about? That's kind of nice. It's very fancy. Illuminati. There you go. Owls. That's something I saw on TikTok. I don't know if that's Illuminati. So, this last deal, the people that moved out of state and they left everything. They were just gonna get a dumpster and throw everything away. I'm gonna tell you, I go above and beyond for my clients. Like, he wanted a home move-in ready. It had beds, it had couches, it had TVs. Like, I was like, you want move-in ready? We got move-in ready. Just bring a toothbrush. And it was just really nice. So he said, oh my God, Jen, what do I do? He calls me, Jen, they're leaving me everything in the house. What do I do? I said, okay, keep it. Anything you don't want, I'll just sell it. I said, I'll sell anything. I'll sell you your house. I'll sell all your furniture in your house. I'll help you buy all the furniture in your house. And you know what? I'm not just a real estate agent. Like, I feel like I'm a personal shopper for people. Like, we're like, I gotta see everything. They don't know. I went to this one house in Yuba City and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy all 3 of these houses. And they're like, it was so non-pressure, because it's kind of like we're just shopping for houses together. Like, there's anything with the Atherton address, that is like my goal. There's a goal of doing 100 deals a year too, but like my goal is like, there are 1,500 Atherton addresses in California. Only in California. I only really focus on California. And I would love to own as many as possible. What a great real estate portfolio would it be if it was all my name in the addresses. And then, of course, my dream house, 333 Atherton Ave in Atherton, California. And then that's my dream address, and I get tons of love letters. Like this, so this is my dream in my head that was like planted in my head, because I don't know where I came up with this. Going the extra mile that makes you stand above the crowd. You were on it. Dude, we sold this, so pretty much I posted it and I just handled all the sales, because sometimes you get like a lot of spammers on Facebook Marketplace. And then I just sent him whoever was like ready to buy now. Like, I was his agent for like bunk beds. It's like, okay, it's on the market. I have it listed. Okay, we have a couple of buyers. You know, I'm negotiating. I said, well, we marked it kind of high. And then if they want to haggle, like, we have a little bit of wiggle room, but still a really good deal. Because I feel like if it's priced right on Facebook Marketplace, like, it goes super, super fast. And Facebook Marketplace, I was drop shipping on there and I like to sell like best-selling items, and that's what I have on my website, shopjenstore.com. And I just kind of want to sell you, I'm trying out other products, and I'm shipping all over the country, but I want to try like at-home products. You know, like what, right now there's a really nice shower curtain. It's not a shower curtain, it's actually the shower nozzle that filters the water for you, and like people want to get their water tested, and this is also supposed to make your hair like not fall out because of the chemicals in the water in your skin, not all dried out. My skin is so dry and I really want to try it. It's really popular on TikTok. I see ads for it like all the time on TikTok. This hair straightener is awesome that I also got. I had just this cheap hair straightener, and this is a really nice, so super blessed for the gifts I got. This is all I asked for, because I know my hair is naturally wavy and it's nice and full, but sometimes I just like to straighten it. And it's good to put oil on your hair before you straighten it, so that way it doesn't like burn. But look, it's nice and pretty. So I'm gonna have fun with this. My cat wants some food, so I'm gonna go. 0 to Diamond. What did you think about chapter 1? I mean, I just read it and I was like, oh, okay. That's how you do it. Cool. And that's what I'm going to teach you. Like, this is how we do it. This is what we do. This is what we do. Okay. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Bye.